Good evening, everyone. This is David with Bolivar Live. Well, we're actually in here in the office. All afternoon, I've been getting calls from people and people that aren't down here. They did have their house winterized, but just we've been talking back and forth to Beth in Dallas where it's 14 degrees. And when I came to work this morning, here it was actually 39 degrees. And so we've got a drop in temperature. In fact, let me move this one banner. And these are the weather temperatures now. And it's when I came in, my truck actually showed 31 degrees. And Chris made a comment to me that that's what she saw. But this is the wind direction and the temperatures here on Bolivar. And so we talked to TxDot. We're going to give you some information from them. We talked to the Bolivar Ferry. We got a press release from Bolivar Peninsula Special Utilities District. And so we're going to talk about that real quick. And then we're going to be monitoring things this evening, and we'll make posts if we need to, as far as the weather, temperatures, what we're seeing down here. And then early tomorrow morning, we'll be back out on the road, probably about 4 o'clock, seeing what's going on, but we will be safe. And I want to let everyone know what I'm showing you is and talking about is things that we've talked to the authorities on. And so by no means am I a weather person. I still don't think we're going to have to worry about freezing down here, but I did get this picture from Jerry Inman earlier today, probably about 3:30 or 4. And you can't see it real good, but there's ice on his handrail, and he's over in Blue Water. And so that's when we'd already been talking to. We're in the process of talking to TxDot, and we called the Bolivar Ferry Office, and then he sent me this picture. And so I told Chris a while ago, hey, I'm gonna run into the office and talk about what we're seeing down here, so that people that aren't down here know. Because all kinds of rumors get going. I know Houston's not doing good, especially on the west side and north side. When I talked to Danny Perez with TxDot earlier today, he said it's mainly the north side and west side. And I saw before I left on the news that part of I-10 was shut down at 14 something or another out in Katy. And they've been spraying. When I talked to Danny, he did call me back and he said, David, we did spray the Highland Bridge, a treatment that they put on for freezing conditions. And so, but with that being said, still, anytime you're driving around Beaumont, Winnie, down here on Bolivar this time of year, and we have these conditions, please proceed with caution. If you don't have to get out, please don't get out. But he said he'd keep me posted on what they're hearing and seeing, and then we're going to be out tomorrow morning early checking the roads to see what's going on. We had a little drizzle in Port Bolivar, and then the drizzle in Crystal Beach was done. In fact, there were some areas on the road that were drying up. And so if we can see that, that'll help out a lot. It's when we get these freezing temperatures and then we get a drizzle where it has time, it's not a heavy rain, and it can freeze on lines and freeze on your stairs especially. In fact, called Rachel because they're new down here, and I said, hey, watch it when you walk down the stairs. I know you've been around snow and ice, but she said Dad's already put salt out on the stairs so that they didn't have to worry about it later on. So anyway, but I talked to TxDot and they did treat the Highland Bridge. I also called the Bolivar Ferry Office, and starting this evening at 10 p.m., they are going to go to every 2 hours. So typically at 10 o'clock, they go to or at 9 o'clock, they go to every hour leaving Galveston. They'll leave Galveston at 9 o'clock or at 10 o'clock, and they'll leave here at 10:30, and they leave on Bolivar on the half hour. Well, they're changing that because of the weather conditions and their crews, and I can understand that. They're going to leave every 2 hours. So when the ferry leaves at 10 o'clock, I believe it'll be over here at 10:30. They'll turn around and leave, but then it'll set at Galveston until 12 o'clock. And so it's going to run every 2 hours, and you can call the Bolivar Ferry Office if you have any questions. And that's going to be through 6 o'clock till 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then they said they've got 3 ferries scheduled for tomorrow to be running, is what they had told me when I called them. And so, conditions can change. And so, please, if you have to come across the Bolivar Ferry late at night, please give them a call, or be prepared to sit for maybe up to an hour, hour and a half, depending on when you got there. Over here, they'll still leave on the half hour, but it will be every 2 hours. And so at 1:52 today, we did get a release from Bolivar Peninsula Special Utilities District. And this is what it said. It said Bolivar Peninsula Special Utilities District has taken all precautions to ensure continued operation to supply water to all customers. Our office has closed due to potential freezing conditions Monday afternoon, January 15th, 2024, through Tuesday, January 16th, 2024. We will open late on Tuesday morning if conditions are safe for our employees. In preparation of freezing temperatures, we wanted to remind you of a few easy steps to take to help avoid pipes from freezing. Leaving water faucet cabinets open so that plumbing is exposed, and allowing a slight drip from faucets to allow the continuous flow will both help. Also, ensuring that any exposed piping or faucets are properly covered can help to avoid freezing. Please be advised that if during this time, if our meter at your address indicates a leak, our operations staff may temporarily uh, turn the meter off and notify you by a door tag or phone call to avoid water loss, causing the entire system to lose pressure. And if you remember back in, I believe it was the first big freeze we had, they had to shut off all the water because it hit so hard and there were so many broken pipes, it was actually draining the water storage facilities. And so they shut it off completely, and then they started in High Island and worked their way to Port Bolivar, turning off meters, fixing broken pipes and stuff. And so they do this as a precaution, but that's the press release we got from Bolivar Peninsula Special Utilities District. Like I said, TxDot did spray, excuse me, spray the Highland Bridge, but it's that area between Highland and Winnie, or coming down I-10, and even going over the bridge, depending on how much rain we have or sleet. And so please proceed with caution if you go over that. Any bridges, whether it's the Highland Bridge, the Rollover Pass Bridge, even though it's filled in, there is an air gap down there. The bridge over on Loop 108, any of those areas could have some problems. And so please, if you're out, have to get out, please proceed with caution. Watch out driving down, walking down your stairs. The Bolivar Ferry, once again, at 10 o'clock tonight, will go to every 2 hours, whether it's on Bolivar or on Galveston. And they'll do that through 6 o'clock so that their staff can stay warm. So anyway, we'll keep you posted on what's going on down here tonight and tomorrow. We're going to be up and down tonight watching the temperatures and checking our pipes at our house. The big store, I did talk to Keith earlier. They plan on being regular hours. And so unless there's something oddball that happens, they said that they would be open at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning and plan on being open all day. If there's any changes in that, we'll post it on their social media page and let you know. They do have gas pumps. If you need gas for something, though, they're 24 hours a day unless the power goes out, and hopefully we don't have to worry about that. So want to thank Keith and the crew up at the big store, one, for sponsoring this Bolivar Live feed, but also what they do, whether it's a tropical storm, it's a rain event, it's a freeze event, everything they do in the community to make sure we have what we need. And last check, I think they still had some pipe wrap. I know they got hit pretty hard Saturday and probably today, but anyway, if you need anything for your pipes, make sure you go by the big store. So anyway, we'll be back either later on tonight, maybe through a post, a photo, If we put this area information up, that means read, because we've got some information for you. If not, we'll be back early tomorrow morning. We're going to try and get out about 4 o'clock and look around the peninsula and let you know exactly what's happening down here as far as the water conditions, power, anything that you need to know, road conditions, and what the temperature is. So anyway, we're going to head on out. Sorry we had to bring this to you tonight, but that's what we're here for, letting you know exactly what's going down. I didn't have any trouble driving in here a while ago. I looked at all the puddles and everything. Still, the roads were warm enough. Nothing was freezing up, but that can change. And so please, if you're coming down to Bolivar, proceed with caution, and we'll let you know exactly what's happening down here. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live, where we bring it to you live from the Upper Texas Coast, Bolivar Peninsula. Y'all have a great day, safe evening, drive careful, check on your neighbors, bring your pets in, cover your plants. God bless, and bye-bye.